guys, my name is Vanessa and I'm an alcoholic. My sobriety date's October 8th, 2017, and today is June 8th, 2019, so that means I officially have 20 months sober today. First of all, I want to apologize also, by the way, for not updating this channel as much as I had anticipated doing so. Life got super busy, which I'm about to tell you all about. But also, I just want to thank the people that have been leaving me comments. I super appreciate that. I love comments. Comments mean more to me than subscribers or likes, quite honestly. I love comments. It's the whole reason why I make these videos is to engage in conversation with people that have experienced what I've experienced, or that just want to share their experience and hope, and also just to make us not feel so alone. You know, these can be difficult things to talk about, so it's important to me to be able to engage in conversations with people that need to have that support. So you're doing me a huge service when you leave me a comment, and I hope I can also return that to you when I reply to your comments. So thank you. So, updates. I am 20 months sober, and I am super grateful for it. If you have watched any of my other videos, if you haven't, I definitely recommend you watch them. I have 3 DUIs. I've been arrested. I've been homeless. I've been super depressed. I've been manic. I've been hospitalized. I've been the whole shebang, right? So 20 months ago, I was not in a good place. I had really been beaten down to the point where I was like, I just need to learn to do something new, because if not, I'm gonna freaking die. And or just hate myself for the rest of my life, and neither of those sounded like really great options. So I now could not have... if you had told me 20 months ago that I'd be where I'm at today, I wouldn't have believed you, just because everything seemed really out of reach. And I actually don't even know how I got to where I'm at today. So I'll just fill you in. So my job is amazing. I love the work that I do. It's super fulfilling. I get to spend time with an amazing boss. She's amazing. She mentors me in a lot of ways. I have great coworkers that I enjoy working with, and I just love the type of work that I do. I love our intention and our heart behind what we do. So it's super important to me that I show up and I do a good job, and it's nice to be recognized for that too, because my boss would be like, because I've known her for 5 years now, and I've been with her for a year this most recent time, but I work with her off and on, and she's just like, she's given me words of appreciation and encouragement, which is so awesome, because she's done so much for me as far as being a support while I got back on my feet. And so I just want to make sure that that's reciprocated and in the work that I do, and I love it. So there's that. My family's all good. It's nice to not be worrying them and stressing them out all the time, or to be accused of things. That was super annoying. In my early recovery, well, I'm still pretty much early, but when I was just getting sober, the thing that annoyed me the most was getting text. If I didn't reply to a text or something, or I'd be getting phone calls or texts what are you doing, off drinking again? And it was just so annoying. I just hated that. But honestly, they were usually right. So it was what was I really mad about, that they just called me out on it? So there's that. Everything's good there, and they even were really happy for me, and have just been expressing great words of encouragement and telling me how happy and proud they are of me, that for all the work that I've been doing. It's so cool to get that. And I got a new car. My car broke down in a way for the 1,000th time. So I just kind of threw my hands up and got a new car. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to get a car. I really didn't want to make the financial investment into getting one. I have huge issues with commitment. And so being tied into a contract where you're paying for it, well. But I've actually been working very, very hard since I got sober to clean up my credits, to pay off debts, to manage my money better, and I have been successfully doing that. It's nice to not be asking my parents to send me money as a 33-year-old, and they did help me with the car, though. I don't want to dismiss that and just come up with a bunch of money. They helped me with my car, and so it's nice, though, to be able to pay my bills on time, like a responsible human being. And my credit score has improved so much. Like, I feel like a grown up. They're like, I'm getting offers for credit cards now. Like, people want to offer me credit. What? So anyway, there's that. And my friends are amazing. Things have been going great there. I love my friends. I get to see them and we hang out and we do fun stuff. And the conversation is always amazing. There's no superficiality. I don't hang out with just like superficial surface people. Like, I hang out with people that want to have good conversations, that are honest, that are open, and that allow me to do the same, because that transparency is the only thing that's going to keep me sober. And having people that hold me accountable to that, and that are also concerned about me, so that if I got called out on something, I know that it's coming from a place of love. And that's makes all the difference. So I'm super grateful for all of my friends. That being said, they were, they never said they were worried, but they were making it pretty clear that I was not making my meetings. And I had not been to a meeting in probably a little over a month. I was still sponsoring. I was still talking to my sponsor. I was going to church. I was doing my prayer and meditation. I was doing all that stuff. But as all this good stuff started happening in my life, it was just like a couple of weeks ago, I was like freaked out. I freaked out like massively. I was living with a lot of anxiety. I was like, am I doing the right thing? Are these opportunities really good for me? Am I even deserving of this? And there's just a ton of fear behind that, right? Like insecurities and just like, am I worthy of any of this? And so I got to a meeting and I started to immediately pick up on the theme that, people, come into the rooms and they're struggling, and then they start getting all the stuff back and they're happy. And then something happens or doesn't happen and they fall off the wagon and they're relapsed or they're suicidal, or they got everything that they thought they wanted and it still wasn't enough. And which is my fear, because I've been there before when everything goes my way and I have it all and it isn't enough to satiate this like bottomless pit within me. So I was starting to get fearful of all of that. And the solution really is just going back into meetings. Yes, I have my relationship with God, but I also need to remember that I need to be of service to other people, and I need to be a part of the fellowship. I need to feel part of community, and people with shared experiences that will understand what it means when I say I have a failure of success. A fear of success, and a fear of failure too, right? Those two things can't exist within the same person. So it was nice to be able to speak the same language and be open and honest and transparent with people that are going to love me and not judge me. So that has been my journey in my sobriety. So 20 months sober today. It is definitely by the grace of God. It is by my willingness to do the work and to take suggestion, and to also remain just honest and open to the experience. There have been plenty of things. Actually last summer, last July was the closest that I'd come to relapsing. I had gotten off of my medications for my bipolar disorder, so that I was on a mood stabilizer, and I had been on antidepressants and all this other stuff, antipsychotics. And I, with my doctor's help, got off of the medications. And that was in July, and I was this close to drinking. I was in a really bad place, and I got really depressed, and that happened for maybe like a week or two. I was in a really bad place, and then I got over it, and things have been great ever since. And I just keep thinking to that moment because I'm getting like memories and stuff like that, and like on Facebook and stuff, and I was just remembered like that slow decline that I was in, and like the obsessiveness that I was having with things that were really not helpful or necessary for me, and just how quickly that could have gotten really bad. But thankfully I had really good support back then as well, and so they got me through that. And yes, it's uncomfortable. Sobriety recovery can be very uncomfortable, because if you're like me, I was experiencing a lot of feelings and emotions and hopes and expectations that I hadn't dealt with before sober. So having to face all these things sober was just like, it was very raw. I was very raw and didn't really understand how to navigate that. So, I guess that's about it. Everything is good here. I just acknowledged the fact that I need to go back to meetings. I'm going to make a couple more videos. because I put it up on Instagram. If you don't follow me, you should. It's the same name as my YouTube channel. And I put some, asked for some suggestions of what kind of videos I should make, and I got some really good feedback. So I'm going to work on those and also hopefully come out with these a little bit more regularly. So always leave me a comment. I love you guys. I will always reply. And thank you for watching this. Okay, bye.